Hello again, it's Johnny Scat. I can't believe another year's gone by. Talking about time flying? Whoa, here we are. Anyway, here's a song coming up, one that you're going to love by the man with a golden voice, and that would be Mr. Bing Crosby. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Melikilikimaka is a thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send.
Very, very merry, merry Christmas to you.
Frosty the snowman was a jolly, happy soul.
Over the hills and snow.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Hard to believe that Gene Autry could write a song like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I mean, I don't know. I guess at one time he must have got his horse mixed up with a reindeer or something. However, I remember I was walking through the woods one time, speaking of Christmas, that is, and just a few things had happened. And we were going up into the hills over across where I guess most of the people in the world should have an idea of where the marine land is situated. Anyway, at that time there was nothing up there except for snow mountains and hills and canyons. And so we were heading up there, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I remember hearing that song before we headed off on that venture. We were just young. We had our toboggans with us, and we can barely pull them that way. We were, struggling. And all the way, I couldn't concentrate on finding a spot where we could toboggan, because all the way I was looking and wondering if we were going to see Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And I guess I was a little too old to be thinking that at that time, but however, for some strange reason, all that way I looked for him, and I never did see him. But however, we did find a spot to toboggan, and first shot down the hill, I got a lump on my head the size of a potato, so we had to leave that action and headed on home. But oh, the joys of Christmas! But Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer came to be one of my most favorite Christmas tunes. So, yeah. Frosty the Snowman was another one that I loved very, very much. And I remember me and my three sisters were putting a snowman up in the front yard. And we just got this snowman finished, and we actually got a carrot out of the fridge, the bottom, and we didn't have much, so we got one that was kind of shriveled, but it actually worked. And we got two big buttons off one of my father's work coats, and we could not find a hat anywhere. Because I don't think any one of us had a hat at that time, which was strange. However, we still kept our ears somehow; they never fell off. But I got a good idea. Went downstairs, and I come across one of my father's work hats. So we put a work hat on Frosty, and my sister was saying that that Frosty didn't have a lot of work to do. Why would he be wearing a work hat, like a hard hat? And I said, well, he's the foreman. It was kind of crazy. However, just some of the things that you remember as a kid, and it was a lot of fun. And Well, anyway, I hope you're enjoying it so far.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch.
Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, riding down Santa Claus Lane. Blitzen, blitzen, all here's a reindeer pulling on a rein. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright.
Well, I don't think there's anybody that could have done that song any better. Elvis Presley. Except me, of course. Well, I actually do, Elvis. I'm going to give you my little rendition right now. Are you ready? Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Blitzen, blitzen, all is reindeer. Well, I don't have time to do the whole song. However, I hope you like that. Thank you very much. Yeah. You know, also, you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I don't believe there's anybody on earth that could have done that movie any better. And I'm pretty sure you will agree. But it was, for me, one of the most delightful Christmas stories that I've ever seen in my entire existence. I don't think there's a man on earth that could have put the emotion into bringing to life the ups and downs, ins and outs, the loves, the hates, the goodness, and the wickedness that exists within the realm of Christmas. And for one, I loved it. And there's a tune also that I'd like to mention. Jingle Bell Rock. This is a classic. I mean, a real classic, 1957 by Bobby Helms. And I remember when I first heard this song, I played it maybe, I don't know, 60 times in a row. And I don't know what it was about me. I could pick up lyrics very quickly. And I remember venturing into the street about mid-afternoon with a friend of mine, heading over to the pool hall. And I started to sing this song to the top of my lungs in the center of the street. And some lady from her porch threw a snowball and hit me in the head. I thought that was something we were supposed to do. But then again, Niagara Falls, Ontario, you never know what to expect. Beautiful town, although, I will add, especially at Christmas time. And, well, I guess Christmas goes on, with or without us. Now here's a song, Holly Jolly Christmas.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street,
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe last night. She didn't see me creep down the stairs to have a peek.
All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. My two front teeth. See my two front teeth. See if I could only have my two front teeth, then I could wish you Merry Christmas. It's been so long since I could say Sister Susie sitting on up the phone.
I just had to do that because every time this song came on, we were usually in the car, and I kept on saying that over and over to annoy my father. until it was too late. However, that was by Alvin and the Chipmunks, and that tune is called All I Want for Christmas. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, and I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. Now, there's a song to remember. That planted visions in my head that I can't even talk about. However, I always used to think of my mother and father underneath the Christmas tree and smooching it up, but that ain't the way it worked. Believe me, that ain't the way it really was. This song was by Brenda Lee. I don't think there was a woman on earth that wasn't trying to imitate or be Brenda Lee. Actually, she was a very beautiful woman and girl. And having 4 sisters, like, it was like a complete merry-go-round that you just sometimes wanted to get off. However, listening to the song was the cure, I suppose. And Mr. Burl Ives' Holly Jolly Christmas, of course. Well, I'll tell you something. That was something that we never knew. The Holly Jolly, that is. I mean, I think the biggest toy, or the best, or not the best, I would say, but one of the, let's go only. One of the only toys that I had for Christmas a lot of the time was my broken shoe. And the flap, when it was flapping up and down, we used to tap to the music. So here again, it brings us right back to the music and how music really saves us from all things. And actually, here's a little story. One time, my father was worked in construction a lot when we were younger, and they were tearing down a variety store someplace in town, and we lived on the outskirts of town. And he brought back a lot of lumber and some concrete blocks and things that we sifted through to see what we could salvage in order to, make ends meet, kind of, and maybe fix my shoe at the same time. And we were rummaging through that one morning. I think me and my 2 sisters, third one was still sleeping, I guess. Fourth one, I don't know where she went. But we were pulling out these bags of candy, I guess. I don't know, when they tore it down, there must have been some shelves under or something somewhere that they ended up throwing into the back of the truck, and they were covered with all this stuff. And we started digging through it, and we found bags of candies, all kinds of candy, Christmas licorice, and you name it, gum. And so I was saying to my sister, I said, do you think it's possible maybe when Santa Claus was going over our roof to some other house that he dropped this stuff, and we were feeling guilty about taking it? We took it anyway, hiding it under our beds, and snuck pieces out until it was gone. But yeah, there's a story for you. Oh, Lord. Well, I just want to say right away that I've had a wonderful time today, and I've really enjoyed myself. I hope you've enjoyed yourself as much as I have. It's been a hoot here at Greg Hayes Studios, and my name is Johnny Scat, and at this present point in time, I'm going to leave you with a rendition of a few Christmas tunes that I put together and that I will perform for you for your listening pleasure, and I hope you enjoy them. And before I do that, I'd just like to say and take a moment to say Happy Christmas and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. If I don't hear from you, if you don't hear from me until then, and here we go.
Snow is snowing, wind is blowing, I can weather the storm. What do I care how much it may storm?
I got my love to keep me warm. Can't remember worst December. Watch those icicles form. What do I care if icicles form? I've got my love to keep me warm. Off with my overcoat, off with my gloves. Who needs an overcoat? I'm burning with love. My heart's on fire. Flames grow higher. I can weather the storm. What do I care how much it may storm? I've got my love to keep me warm. Hearts on fire, flames grow higher. I can weather the storm. What do I care how much it may storm? I've got my love. I've got my love. I've got my love to keep me warm. Frosted window panes, candles gleaming inside, painted candy canes on the tree. Santa's on his way, he's filled his sleigh with things for you and for me. It's that time of year when the world falls in love. Every song you hear seems to say Merry Christmas. May your New Year dreams come true. And this song of mine in 3/4 time wishes you and yours the same thing too. Merry Christmas. It's that time of year when the world falls in love. Every song you hear seems to say Merry Christmas. May your New Year dreams come true. And this song of mine in 3/4 time wishes you and yours the same thing Merry Christmas, everybody. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Yes, he's on his way. He's got toys all over his sleigh. Santa's coming to town. A merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, your troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Once again, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us will be near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together if the fates allow. Hang a shining star above the highest bough and have yourself a merry little Christmas night. Once again, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us will be near to us once more. The we all will be together. If the fates allow, hang a shining star above the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas the bells ringing everywhere. The sound of Christmas is in the air. The bells from the steeple above, telling us it's the season of love. Ring out, let the tale be told that inspires the dreams of the young and old. Love, love, let your hearts unfold, for the bells of Christmas are ringing. The bells on a wintry night, with a friendly fire burning warm and bright. The bells from the steeple above, telling us it's the season of love. Ring out, let the tale be told that inspires the dreams of the young and old. Love, love, let your hearts unfold, for the bells of Christmas are ringing. The bells ringing everywhere, to a world that's almost forgotten how. The bells from the steeple above, telling us it's the season of love.
Okay, once again, this is Johnny Scat. Thanks for listening. And I take time one more second just to say thanks again to Greg Hayes Studios for having me in. And I just want to say Merry Christmas and have a good one.